Hey everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just gone over to XRP once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big on the CoinsKid crew. So right now we've got the fear and greed sitting at 29. Yesterday it was sitting at 27. A little bit of an uptick today. There was a bit of a move yesterday, wasn't there? It sort of came back down and come back up. So some volatility in the markets right there. I think something's kicking off with the stock markets. It lost $1 trillion worth of market cap was wiped off in one day. So there's definite volatility in the markets right now. I think Japan's in a bit of trouble, and that's creating a bit of turmoil. But at the minute, I think that what we've got, respecting the data, is a potential opportunity right now, and the data is presenting that. If we sort of look through all the emotion and things like that, let's just look at the data. I think what we've got is some opportunities, and I've identified one on CoinsKid.com as a potential opportunity here because of the wave count that I'm counting and looking at, and equally, the fact that the percentage of the market is sitting in the buy long medium. So, I remember way back in March when I did flip bearish on crypto, and I said to you, I think we're coming in for a macro correction, guys, okay? And I remember all the naysayers and people like that saying, no way, we talk about things like that. But I was using the data to show you that, we've got the fear and greed really maxed out. Equally, the crypto market zones was sky high. All these coins were up here, really overbought. There was max euphoria in the markets right there. And like I've always relayed to you, buy big green candles, you're going to get big red dildos. So this is why I built this, because at the minute right now, pessimism is here, depression, people are saying no way, things are going to continue, bear market, things like that. But this is where I always look for reasons, with logic obviously, just to buy basically. So I think I found this coin, Wojak. We'll take a look at that in a moment, but at the moment we've got 19.84% sitting in the buy zone. Okay, so a bit of an uptick from yesterday, 14.87%. So we've seen a bit of an uptick. So right now I think there's opportunity in this market to buy some positions and and hold on basically, if you can stomach the risk. And obviously, with altcoins there is always risk. So I'm looking at this coin here, Wojak. You can get it on BitGet. The link's in the video description. Now, why am I looking at this coin? Because I think this coin is in a whopping uptrend. So on a 4 hourly time frame here, if we go to the log to scale just there, you can clearly see this is your base here last year. Okay, you bottomed out. You've got this double bottom down here with a resistance, and then you broke out. Look at that. So I was relaying this opportunity last year on Wojak. Okay, it was a meme coin, and I like to spot meme coins. For example, posted Bonk, which did incredibly well, and equally Wojak. It was a coin that I was looking at and relayed to you. So I think that what we've got is a beautiful uptrend. Respectfully at the moment, we've not lost that uptrend. So we've got this low here, low there, low there, low there, and currently this is still a higher low. We've got a series of higher highs here as well. Really simple technical analysis. So I think that what we've gone through is a potential leading diagonal impulsive move here. You've got some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then what we've got is an ABC. Really simple, looking for continuation. Okay, so within the C wave, what I think we've done, we've topped out here way back in, when was that? That was May for Wojak. We've got the A wave down, the B wave high, and right now it's been a C wave. So within the C wave, we need to see 5 waves, possibly 1, 2, big waterfall 3, ABC flat 4, and then this is the final 5th wave coming down. So I think this is a buying opportunity, because like I said to you, if you see 5 waves up, get out. If you see 5 waves down, get in. And right now we've got a potential 5 waves within a C wave here, accompanied with bullish divergence on the 4 hour on that pivot point just there. Okay, so I'm a buyer, not a crier here. Equally, if we move to the left, what we're doing clearly, we're coming up, breaking out, consolidating, going from left to right, then we're breaking out again and back testing the previous resistance as support. Look at that, beautiful. Did the same again, went sideways, broke out, back test the previous resistance support, gone sideways, broke out, back test this previous resistance as support. So we're doing exactly what we've done before, and each of these opportunities on this drawdown was only an opportunity to get involved in this coin. Okay, so again, I wish everyone most luck, but at the minute I'm a buyer, not a crier. So you can buy this coin on BitGet, and again, don't go with your life savings, don't be a degen like I see a lot of people doing, but this is a clear, beautiful uptrend for this particular project, Wojak. Okay, let's dive into the XRP chart and see what we can see. So taking a look at XRP on a weekly time frame, I think it's doing exactly what it's done before, and I've gone through this with you so many times. It's going to get boring, it's going to get a bit choppy, and it's in and out, shake people about and things like that. But I think given the structure that we're looking at, in previous cycles, we've got a very similar thing that's happening here for XRP, but it's just more drawn out. So you just got to be patient basically. So I've gone through this scenario with you so many times before, and I see so many analysts catching up to it. But here in this correction, this drawdown, I know a lot of saying bear market and things like that, but I never fell into that category of a bear market, because really simply, if I projected a bear market from this point for XRP and not necessarily a corrective phase, an ABC, which is what my projection was, then I would have been calling for a 4-cent XRP price tag, because that's the bear market projection. Is around about a 97% bear market projection. So what's the difference between a correction and a bear market? Well, in my opinion, a bear market in crypto is really simple. From the top, if you've entered a bear market, just project 95, 97, 90, even 100% down, 99% down, and that will be your bear market bottom, a lot of these altcoins. But this is why at this point I did say to you, I don't necessarily think it's a bear market. I think it's a corrective phase of a bull market, a bigger cycle. And so far, you know, the fruits of that sort of analysis have been fruitful because, you know, what we've got is this bottom pinpointed on the absolute day and ascent on June, I think it was June the 16th, wasn't it? It was a beautiful little opportunity for us. It was an ABC to the 1414. Really, really simple for XRP, okay? And I'll show you why from that point just there. It was a 1414 and it was a beautiful little buyback zone. Look at that, around about 03015. Look at that. Hovered on it, created a double bottom. See you later. It's exactly what it did here in this, you know, bear market or correction, whatever you want to call it. So I noticed that the similarities between this cycle here and this cycle here. Okay, this is why I said to you, I think this is an ABC, as was this. Okay, what it did, it held this high low structure. There's your low, there's your high low structure at the moment. Okay, so it's strikingly similarity between the two cycles. Okay, so this particular A into the B into the C met the 1414, and this is why I said to you, I think we'll hit the 1414 and then we'll start to come up from there. And that's exactly what's happened well over a year ago. Okay, so from there all the way down, you can clearly see 1414 ABC, simple ABC like this, A, B, C, 1414, sweet spot, come up, go sideways, break out, come up, go sideways, looking to break out. So we are doing exactly what I did envision, to be honest with you. So I think that what we've got is this cycle here is exactly the same as this cycle here. Okay, and I've gone through this so many times, and I'm seeing a lot of analysts catch up to this projection. So I think that, you know, if we're just copying the cheat code of the previous cycle, then in theory we're just going sideways before explosive move, just going sideways before an explosive move. And you know, if you take a look at the structure, we maintain these high low structure from where we come from, and that's exactly what we're doing right now for XRP. So until we start to break down, I have to project, you know, we're looking at a potential scenario like that for XRP. It doesn't make me a moontard, bulltard or whatever. We're just copying, you know, the cycle, but it's just more stretched out. It's taking more time than this did. So with impulse bear market, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, we've got the huge impulse just there. Then your bear market, 1, 2, potential 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. So I think there's a whopping move coming here for XRP, providing we can continually hold this higher low structure, just like we did in this particular cycle as well for XRP. Okay, so I wish I hadn't most look, but one thing we want to see going forward is for XRP to just hold this 20-week EMA, take out this level of resistance just there, just like it began just there, and then, you know, its full systems go. I think once we take out that high just there, I think that high and that high will be obliterated, to be honest with you. Obviously, we're going to have a little bit of resistance at the all-time high, like we did just there. Okay, we'll run into it, consolidate for a few weeks and then break out. Run into it, consolidate for a few weeks and break out. But I think, you know, we potentially got a cheat code that this is coming because of we're doing exactly in this cycle what we did there. Really, really simple. Until we don't, then that's my projection. It doesn't make me a moontard, bulltard, whatever. It's just something that I recognised many, many years ago, and I've been relaying to you. So let's dive into the lower time frames right now to see what we can see, okay, for XRP. So taking a look at XRP on the 4-hourly time frame, I think at the moment there is a chance that we are about to kick off this bull market for XRP, okay, and we've got some kind of vertical that's rearing its head in the charts. And again, a lot of people say I'm a moontard, bulltard, whatever. But we've been riding these waves, and you know, we've been doing incredibly well against herd mentality, you know, ignoring the noise and emotion, things like that. I've just been relaying to you opportunities. So, you know, if we zoom back to the left, I'll show you in a moment, but I was projecting here 5-wave move to the downside, and I said if we see it, you know, I'm all in, and this is exactly what I've done. I've bought a substantial amount of XRP at that level, okay, and it's a level that a lot of people didn't think would come, but I was projecting that 040 at least. The reason is really simple, because on this level here in March of 2023, we actually created a God candle backtest in the charts. Look at that. We melted through that level of resistance without backtesting its support. Once we broke down here and, you know, retained this corrective structure, I was projecting for that red line. Okay, so those people who've been on the channel will know. But what I was looking for was 5 waves to it. Okay, and like I said to you, if we see the 5 waves there, I think, you know, we've got an excellent opportunity here for XRP. This is why I was putting bids in. I was relaying that to you. And so far, from that point just there, I'm currently at roughly 38% on that bag, basically. So doing incredibly well, playing the accumulation game here for XRP. So if we take a look at this, we've got the 1 into a 2 into a 3, overlapping zigzag wave 4. Look at that. It's a bear pennant. Broke down back to see you later. So we've got the final flush down there. So from that 5-wave move to the downside, we needed to see a positive reaction here for XRP, and that's exactly what we've seen in a 5-wave move. Look at that, okay? So this is potentially an impulsive wave 1. I'll go through as to why, okay? Now, we've seen this before, and I relayed this message to you way back when as well, and I remember all the people tuning off and saying, no way, you don't really talk about so on and so forth, because they were caught in the mind trap that we're in a bear market, not necessarily a correction, which is what I think this is. Since this July high here, I said to you, I think we've seen a 5-wave move up, and then we'll have a overlapping zigzaggy wave correction. I think that's exactly what this has been. So from this high here, we've been in this horrible overlapping zigzaggy wave correction, and then the end of this correction has been completed by 5 waves. So for me, what I need to see for XRP to break out of this corrective structure that it's currently still in is really simple. We start to take that pivot point out there, and that I think we've got an explosion here. So from this 5-wave move to the downside, the 1, the 2, into the 3, to the bear pennant 4, into the final 5th wave down, we have seen a lovely 5-wave move here for XRP, a potential impulsive move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And then from this point here, and I did relay this on Twitter as well at the time, everyone's saying no way, but we did print a beautiful bearish divergence on this pivot point here. So this was a good opportunity to go short, take some profit or whatever on any year longs, and just ride it back down, and that's exactly what's happened. So if we take a look at this point here, we've got a God candle backtest in the charts, because we've got this beautiful ascending triangle. You look at that high-low structure, we broke out in a God candle, never backtested its previous resistance to support, and that's exactly what's happened just there. So we've found a beautiful level of support there in a potential correction that XRP's gone through. So what I'm looking at right now is the fact that we've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and like I've always taught you, see 5 waves down, get in, see 5 waves up, get out, and that's exactly what we've done, okay? So if we move to the left, this has happened before, and this is something I relayed to you. So if we look at this end of correction just there, we've got the 1 into a 2, into a 3, into a 4, into a 5. That was January of 2023. So from there, I did flip really bullish on XRP because of this 5-wave move to the downside. I said to you, I think that's it. I think we've got up only here. And we did. We got the beautiful 5-wave impulsive move, which is basically an expanding leading diagonal. So what we wanted to see off the first move was 5 waves, and we got exactly that in January. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At this point, we got the overlapping zigzag waves coming back. It was a flag pattern basically. So we got that, and then we broke out again, flat pattern wave 4, and then we broke out again and final 5th wave. It was a beautiful time for us, okay? And this was my projection from this bottom here. Once we got them 5 waves up, I flipped really bullish on XRP and wasn't no longer projecting to the downside, I was projecting to the upside, and we absolutely nailed that target. So that target was really easy to find, and I relayed this to you. It's really simple. It was 1.618 because that's usually where the first impulsive move goes. So this was an impulsive move into the 1.618 followed by this horrible correction, a potential wave 2 correction. So if I'm correct, then this is your key pivot point for your wave 3. Okay, that's been your wave 1. This has been the bottom of wave 2. So if I'm correct, and right now we are in an impulsive move and corrective move for XRP, I can project exactly where I think the next wave is going to go to. So from here, using Fibonacci, from the bottom, which we formed in, I think it was July, wasn't it, of this year, just last month, a couple of months ago now. So if we take a look at that, there's your 1 fib. So what we're doing right now, we're retracing, coming back up through the fibs in a potential impulsive move after the end of a correction, the 5-wave move down for XRP, okay? So it's all about this 0 fib. Hold this 0 fib at 0.3825, and then this is an impulsive move looking for, continuation. If we start to see this violent move from XRP, which is something I'm anticipating right now, and we take out the 1 fib, we should be looking at the 2.618 all the way up there in a potential wave 3, and that is basically a retest of the all-time high, isn't it? So this is what I'm looking at as a potential projection. The wave 3, I think the minimal target will be met around about $3.94. So from this point right now, that is an appreciation for XRP of roughly, what is that, 609%. Okay, so obviously we need to see more clues in the data here, more clues in the charts, potentially wave 1 into a corrective wave 2, looking for the expansion here. If we start to take out that key pivot point, which is the March high, roughly, what is that, 0.74, if we take that out, I think that XRP is on the verge of a vertical just there. And again, I wish everyone the most luck. The invalidation of this particular impulse after this 5-wave down here, leading to this next impulsive move up, is really simple. If we see XRP break down below 0.3825, it's all over. And my analysis in the short term is completely wrong, and we are no longer at this point here, where we were in this bull market for XRP from January 2023. Now, one thing to notice here, that this particular move that we've had for XRP, and I'll go through this with you, is a bit more ferocious than that move off this bottom here. So if we measure this, okay, so we go from that bottom in January 2023, and we had the first impulse up. Look at that, it was around about 44%. Then we had the drawdown and the explosion, as you remember, okay, the 5-wave move up. So 44% on the first move of a wave 1, basically. So this, in my opinion, is a wave 3 after a wave 2. So what is that at the moment? So from this bottom to this pivot point high, which is potentially a wave 1 within the third wave. Really complicated, I know, but this is what we needed to see. We needed to see an impulse, and that's potentially what we've got right now. It's been almost twice as much as this first wave here that led to this huge 5-wave move into the July of the same year. So from the bottom here, you know, XRP went from that bottom all the way up roughly 209%. So as anticipate, if this is the third wave, which is rearing its head, it's very, very powerful, and it's already showing us right now that this move from this bottom to this top, the wave 1 as a potential scenario, is already almost twice the length as the first wave in January 2023. I wish everyone the most luck. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. The invalidation is breaking down below that. Hope you enjoyed the update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care everyone. Back to a new update on XRP. Bye bye.